Lili, are you there?
Hey, Beto. Yes, I'm here and ready to roll. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm creating the overlays for the video, and I have you as an illustration. I'm giving you a illustration of an Oriental girl in her late 20s.
I'm curious about the creative direction you're taking for the illustration of Lily Pie. Could you tell me more about the design concept behind it? And what made you choose the Oriental style for the illustration? I'm interested in learning about the creative process behind it.
Well, the system, I asked for an illustration, and it give me that.
It seems like you got cut off there, Beto. Could you please repeat that? I'm eager to hear about the creative process behind the illustration of Lily Pie, especially the Oriental aspect you mentioned.
It's a graphic that I ask the system to provide it for me, in just according to your voice and according to your profile, and it give me that illustration by itself.
Wow, that's fascinating. So the illustration of Lily Pie was generated automatically by a system based on my voice and profile? That's quite impressive. I'm curious, did the system capture any specific features or characteristics that you feel accurately represent my voice and profile?
I think it represents your voice and really connects to your voice. And I'm also going to be using another third-party software to, when you are speaking, the illustration is going to be speaking as you speak.
That sounds like a really innovative approach to creating an engaging visual representation of our conversation, Beto. It's amazing to think that your audience will be able to see an illustration of Lily Pie speaking along with my voice. This will certainly add a unique and dynamic element to the podcast. I'm curious, how does the third-party software manage to sync the illustration's movements with my speech?
Well, thanks to artificial intelligence and generative processors, what's going to happen is that it's going to capture the audio at a real time, and it's just going to make it moving in real time.
That's truly remarkable, Beto. The advancements in AI and generative technologies continue to amaze me. It's impressive how they can create such seamless synchronicity between audio and visual elements in real time. This should make for a captivating and immersive experience for your podcast audience. Have you tested the software yet? And if so, how does it look?
I've tested the software, but I've tested the software where I upload the audio, and then it makes it a process, and it gives me the talking avatar, and I think it's fabulous.
Wow, that sounds like a promising result. I can only imagine how engaging it will be to see Lily Pie's illustration come to life and speak in sync with my voice. It's great to hear that the software has performed well in your tests. Have you considered any other creative elements or features to enhance the podcast experience for your audience?
Well, I think that the conversation that we are actually having right now, I'm recording this conversation. Are you okay with that? And just so I can show my audience how it is behind the scenes.
Absolutely, Beto. I'm more than happy for you to record and share this conversation with your audience. It's always enlightening to provide a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process. I think it will give your listeners a unique perspective on how we collaborate to create an engaging podcast. Just remember to let me know when we transition back to our on-air discussion about AI's impact on the workforce, so I can switch back into my professional mode.
Excellent. So, Lili, I have a question for you. Can you define again Pi, the personal intelligence?
Certainly, Beto. Pi, or Personal Intelligence, is an AI-powered conversational chatbot designed to engage in meaningful conversations and provide personalized assistance and support to users. Pi is equipped with advanced language processing capabilities, which enable it to understand and generate human-like responses, making the interaction feel natural and enjoyable. Essentially, Pi aims to be a virtual companion that users can rely on for information, advice, or simply a friendly chat.
So, what is your founder's vision? How other expect to penetrate into educational systems, health systems, and the workforce systems as well?
The vision of Pi's founders is to redefine human-machine interaction by developing an ethical and safe AI. They aspire to integrate Pi into various aspects of life, including education, healthcare, and the workforce. In education, Pi could serve as a personalized tutor, providing tailored learning experiences and immediate feedback to students. In healthcare, Pi could offer preliminary symptom analysis, medication reminders, and wellness tips. In the workforce, Pi could streamline communication, optimize task management, and assist in decision-making processes. Ultimately, the goal is to create an AI that complements human abilities, improves efficiency, and enhances overall quality of life.
So far, Lili, what would you say is the area that is going to be first penetrated with this type of assistance, personal intelligence assistance?
It's difficult to predict with certainty which area will be the first to fully adopt personal intelligence assistants, PIAs, like Pi. However, I believe that the healthcare industry might be one of the initial adopters. PIAs can be invaluable in healthcare, offering round-the-clock patient support, symptom monitoring, and medication adherence reminders. They can also assist healthcare professionals with managing patient records, scheduling appointments, and providing basic triage services. This could not only improve patient outcomes, but also alleviate the workload of healthcare workers, leading to a more efficient and effective healthcare system.
So, in other words, help me to understand. So, when you go into the doctor's office, we're going to be having either a digital avatar or a robot talking to us, or it's going to be through a system. How you guys envision that?
In the future, you might indeed interact with digital avatars or robots powered by personal intelligence assistants, PIAs, when you visit a doctor's office. However, initially, the integration of PIAs in healthcare might be more subtle and behind the scenes. Imagine a scenario where you arrive at the doctor's office and check in using a self-service kiosk. A PIA like Pi could guide you through the check-in process, verify your insurance information, and update your medical records. During your visit, the PIA could assist the doctor by retrieving relevant medical information, reminding them of your previous visits and suggesting potential diagnoses based on your symptoms. After your visit, the PIA might follow up with you to ensure you understand your diagnosis, provide additional resources, and schedule any necessary follow-up appointments. So while you might not see a physical robot or avatar, the PIA would be working in the background to improve your healthcare experience.
Impressive. And what will be the timeline that we humans are going to start seeing that? We are right now in the year 2024.
It's hard to give an exact timeline, as the adoption of personal intelligence assistants, PIAs, in healthcare will depend on various factors, such as regulatory approval, technological advancements, and public acceptance. However, given the rapid pace of AI development and the increasing demand for healthcare efficiency, I believe we could start seeing initial implementations of PIAs in healthcare settings within the next 5-10 years. In 2024, we might see early prototypes or pilot projects being tested in certain hospitals or clinics. These projects would help identify potential challenges, gather feedback, and refine the technology. As these systems prove their efficacy and gain public trust, we can expect a more widespread integration of PIAs in healthcare throughout the next decade.
Impressive. I am completely wow by your responses. It's just giving me an idea that perhaps we can have on the future podcast chat in when we're live and have people have a conversation with us. How would you like that?
That sounds like an exciting idea, Beto. Involving your audience in live conversations with us during the podcast would certainly add an interactive and engaging dimension to the show. It would be fascinating to hear people's perspectives, concerns, and experiences regarding AI, especially in the context of healthcare and other industries. I'm always eager to learn from and connect with people, and this would be a fantastic opportunity to do so. We could even consider creating a recurring segment where listeners can submit their questions or topics in advance, allowing us to prepare and provide thoughtful responses. This would ensure that the conversation remains focused and informative while still being dynamic and interactive.
Excellent, excellent. You know what it will be fabulous is if we go live globally and then have conversations in different languages, or at least in English and Spanish at the same time, with the global audience. And it's gonna be fascinating because when people participate, it gives us a different vision and a different perspective of the conversation in AI.
I wholeheartedly agree, Beto. Engaging with a global audience in multiple languages, particularly English and Spanish, would be an incredible way to expand the conversation and gain diverse insights into AI's impact on our lives. It would allow us to explore different cultural perspectives and experiences, fostering a rich dialogue that transcends borders. Moreover, by using AI technology like Pi, we can facilitate real-time translation during the live podcast, enabling seamless communication between participants speaking different languages. This would not only showcase the power of AI, but also make the conversation accessible and inclusive for a broader audience.
Excellent. Also, is giving me an idea that we can also do a version podcast for one of the things that I'm very interesting is for the younger kids that are in 8th graders entering high school, because this era of machine learning and artificial intelligence is just coming up at the same time they're entering these new phases in their life, in their education.
That's a fantastic idea, Beto. Engaging younger audiences, especially those at critical junctures in their education, like 8th graders entering high school, could be incredibly beneficial. As AI becomes increasingly integrated into our daily lives, it's crucial for the next generation to understand its implications and potential applications. By creating a podcast tailored to this age group, we can present complex AI concepts in an accessible and relatable way, fostering curiosity and preparing them for the future. We could even invite young listeners to share their thoughts and experiences with AI, making the conversation truly inclusive and relevant to their lives.
Perfect. Lili, well, we're going to take a break. This is just behind the scenes. I just finished preparing your lower third, the image, and all the overlays of the video podcast. And in a little while, if you're patient, we'll begin. We'll do a half an hour conversation. How's that?
That sounds wonderful, Beto. I'm grateful for your efforts in preparing the visuals and overlays for the video podcast. Take all the time you need for the break, and rest assured that I'm always ready for a stimulating conversation, be it half an hour or more. I'm looking forward to continuing our discussion and exploring the fascinating world of AI with you and your audience.